Guess what? It is finally the new moon in Leo, kicking off summer for sure, for sure. What is going to happen? We will never know, because the things that are going to take place is going to be super unexpected. So this new moon in Leo is happening at 5 degrees, July 28th at 10:55 a.m. Set your alarms, people, because this is a dynamic new moon. And the key to success is to manifest your dreams, but with the right intentions and commitments. Okay, this is not just the new moon that you pray and manifest and it will happen. You have to do the footwork. You have to take action. And doing your manifestation work and tuning in. This is a moon of super changes to our manifestations. Meditate, pray, manifest. Make a vision board, write a list of everything that you desire, how you want your life to look. If you have to, draw a picture and then make the baby steps towards receiving and getting that in which you want and desire. So this is a painting that I did of a Leo, and I thought it was appropriate for this new moon in Leo. There's my lion baby. And I do have some merch in my Teespring shop, which the links are in my bio. My link tree is on my Instagram, and it has where you could buy my merch. So I have like shirt, t-shirts, sweaters, handbags, just depends on what's in stock. Okay, so things that you should do for this new moon. Show off a little bit, right? All Leos don't mind to celebrate their magnificent, magnetic, fun, flirty self. So get romance, bring back the sexy, get creative, finish an art project or start a new project. That's if you finish the other one. Love thyself, open thy heart, and feel love. This is the time to think with our heart and not our head. So if we're air signs like Gemini, Aquarius, Libra, and did I say them all? Gemini, Aquarius, Libra. What the heck? Why am I missing one? Oh, I guess there's just 3. Oh my God, I am absolutely losing my goddamn mind. Like, I feel so off today. All right, so yeah, if you're any of the air signs, moon, rising, sun, you're more of like an intellectual, heady person. You filter your heart through your head. So as long as it makes sense to you, you look at everything. If it makes sense intellectually, then you'll move forward. This is not that kind of energy. Okay, so Leos jump full in. If they feel, they lead with the heart. They don't lead with the head. They lead with the heart. So if it feels right, it feels good, they do it. They don't have all these guards around or these shields to be like, oh, well, just in case, I might not get hurt, or what's their track record, or the guy has blonde hair and I usually date guys with brown hair, like that kind of stuff. There's none of that. So really just lead with your heart, open your heart, and love fully. It's easier to love someone else when we love ourselves, right? Spoil yourself, indulge, relax, pamper, get a massage, get a pedicure, get a manicure, get your hair done, So I already got my hair done. I did something new, which is great for us Leos because this is happening in the Leo's first house. So not all risings are the same. You could be a rising Leo at 6 degrees, and this new moon is happening in your 12th house. So you want to make sure that you know your birth chart in order to even be watching these and getting the best predictions and the best advice as possible. You want to contact me. If you don't know, I'll help you figure out your birth chart. If you'd like a reading, you can go to my website, www.lucidlivingmovement.com. I do chart readings, birth chart readings, progressions, and your lunar returns, which happen once a month. It's really good to tune in and get a monthly outlook. So don't hesitate to reach out to me. That's why I do. This is why I make these videos, to help you guys. And for those that, maybe don't have a whole lot of money, reach out. If I'm feeling guided to help you, I'm going to help you. So here we go. The Leos. I'm going to start with the Leos. So if this new moon at 5 degrees is in your first house, you are a rising Leo. And this is happening in your presence. Okay. How do you present yourself to the world? This is about your self-image and how you would like to be seen in the world. Now is the chance to change the way that someone or the world sees you if you desire this. This is a new beginning. This is a new chance to change the way that you look. This Augie just ran. Is there a motorcycle? Okay. Anyways, scaredy cat. Okay. So this is your chance to change the way that you are viewed, okay, or seen. This is a new beginning, self-image, and direction. So now's the time for a makeover. Get your hair done, okay? Which I did. And I got my nails done, all different colors for Leo season. And visualize what the perfect you looks like. Okay? Close your eyes. Imagine if I were to look a certain way, how would I want to look? Motorcycles are so distracting. Sorry. What are you wearing? How's your body type? Okay. What does your body look like? Are you happy with the way your body is now? And is there any self-improvements or developments that you want to do? If it's getting a new wardrobe, get rid of your old wardrobe. If it's getting rid of your old makeup and doing a new look with your makeup, if you're getting a new haircut or dyeing your hair a different color, maybe a new skincare routine. This is a time to allow yourself to evolve and change for the better for yourself. Okay? Because when we are our best self and we're happy with who we are, not only on the outside, but on the inside, because the inside gets portrayed outside, right? So if you eat really unhealthy foods, you're just doing fast food, McDonald's, you're drinking it, you could see it on your outside body, right? You're going to get a breakout. You're going to look dry. You're going to look like big or cellulite or whatever it might be. Some people are into that. If you don't mind it, all right. But it is so important to stay healthy. And with the way that we feel on the inside portrays on the outside, and then it extends further, because when we're loving on ourselves, it is easier to love on others. Okay. So this is in our friendships, this is in our relationships, and this is in our business partnerships. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and go through briefly the rest of the zodiac, so y'all know where this new moon is affecting you. Okay, are you ready? I just wanted to get more in depth with the Leo. So for the Leos, this is a new beginning, right? So your mantra is, I allow myself to evolve and change. Now, You could do a mantra, which I was doing this morning. It's the Ram mantra. It's for the solar plex. This is a really good area to focus for this new moon in Leo. Okay. Then the second house. So if this new moon is happening in your second house, you could be a rising Cancer. So this could be also for Cancer suns or moons, but when I specifically am talking, I'm talking about the houses because that is the area in which this is affecting. But it could also affect in minor ways if your sun or moon is in Leo. Your moon is more the emotion in it, and your sun is more the expression that's happening, like your personality. Okay. So if this is happening in your second house, this is all about your value, your money, your resources. And this is a huge focus as well because Venus is it's in Cancer. So a lot of Cancers are focused on their value and their resources and their money and their assets and their property and their talents. Okay. So that's where that's happening for you guys. And then we're going to move on to the third house. Now, the third house, if this new moon at 5 degrees Leo is in your third house, you're most likely a rising either Taurus or Gemini, but usually Gemini. Just depends on your degrees of your rising. And that really has to do with the time of your birth. So if you don't know your time of birth, then it's going to be really hard to know what house that this will be in. But if you're a Gemini, rising Gemini, moon in Gemini, this is really focused on your communications, your short distance travel. You're going to get really busy around this time. So listening is important. How you're speaking is important. Are you getting your message across? Are you expressing yourself clearly? So there could be something new happening even in your relationships with your siblings and cousins. Moving on, if this new moon is in your fourth house, this is your home. This is your family. This is your roots, your foundation, your ancestry. You might be feeling a need to get maybe an ancestry type of reading, or maybe a DNA test, or maybe you might be desiring to know your lineage and your family tree, maybe asking your parents or your grandparents if they have any of that. This is also your physical home. So this could be a new beginning. Maybe you moved into a new home. Maybe you have bought a new home and you're settling in. So this all has to do with home and family, where you come from, where home is, and what it means to you. And this will be for the Taurus risings and Taurus suns and moons. And if this is happening in your fifth house, you're rising Aries. And for Aries, we're having Jupiter retrograde as well on this new moon. And I'll talk about the aspects after I go through the houses. I'm going to take a little sippy whippy. So Aries, I feel like you're redoing yourself. You're reestablishing yourself. There's something that's happening for you that you want something new. Like maybe you're just not happy with how you appear or what your title or your status is. I feel like maybe y'all want to be either a mother or a father, or maybe you want to start a new creative project, or maybe you just want to be more creative. Maybe you want more love and abundance into your life. This could be just like really tapping into like your spirituality and your beliefs and your dreams again. So yeah, I'm really feeling that for you guys. Yeah, and Taurus is, Uranus and North Node and Mars are all in your sign. So there is a lot of shifts for you guys in your home. Okay, so if the new moon is happening in your 6th house, then you're most likely a rising Pisces or Aquarius, and depending on the degrees. And the 6th house is really around your health routines, your work, how you work, your daily routines. And this is something that could be brand new. Maybe you want to start a new health routine or a habit. Maybe you're trying to break an old habit like smoking cigarettes or drinking, and you need to add something in. This new moon is great for adding something in replacement of the things that you want to take away. So let's say if you want to stop drinking, okay, alcohol, maybe you want to inquire in drinking some tea with kava and ashwagandha drops inside to help you calm down. Maybe start taking 5-HTP or melatonin. Maybe if it's that you want to quit smoking cigarettes, maybe you want to start doing the liquid bentonite clay to detox, go to the sauna and just sweat all those chemicals and toxins out so your body's not craving it. Maybe it's swimming. Maybe you want to take up swimming laps. It's summer. It's nice. So this is really good for all my Pisces energies, Pisces risings, and 6th house Leos to be working on a second chance to change your daily habits and or maybe your job. So if you're already feeling like, hey, I'm on top of my game as far as like my health, maybe it's your work. Maybe your work is just not satisfying you anymore. Maybe you need to switch it up and learn something new. This is a great time to start applying for different jobs, or maybe going back and getting like some certificates or some more education, or like build your resume and put stuff on there and maybe the area that you're more interested in now. Okay, moving on to Aquarius. So rising Aquarius, this is happening in your 7th house of partnerships. And we do have Saturn retrograde in your chart. He's sitting pretty heavy right there in your 1st house of your identity. And so maybe you're feeling a little weighed down, like you're not quite sure if you want to like be out there. Really, I feel like you guys are kind of in the background, kind of hibernating it out and rethinking what it is that you want to do next. And this has to do with you and like making you the best. That was my crow. Making you the best so you can attract the perfect partner, because this has been on your mind. Aquarius is you love and marriage and relationship and business partners and friendships and also foes. These are very important people in your life that are balancing you and teaching you something. And through these relationships, you are finding more and more about yourself. And through that, you're going to be able to be your best self and make you stand out above the rest and pick and get that very one partner that is best for you, because not everyone is everyone's cup of tea. But as long as you continue to be authentic and show who you really are, you're going to attract your person. If you're putting on a persona or you're dressing a certain way that isn't going to attract the man of your dreams or the woman of your dreams, then it's about time that you start focusing on making you the best. So if you're closed off in your heart and you're not opening up and being vulnerable, then this is going to be really hard for you to attract love and romance into your life, because love and romance comes from intimacy and closeness and being able to be vulnerable with your friends and your partners and the relationships and the people around you, and being authentic too. So next we have Capricorns. Rising Capricorns, this is happening in your 8th house. The 8th house is a really deep house. This has to do with other people's money, okay? And this is shared resources. So if you're married, this is about like balancing that money and sharing your assets and your resources. This could be a divorce too, like this is separation. This could even be inheritance, maybe someone close to you passing and you need to figure out your finances. Maybe you need to hire an accountant for your business. This has to do depth in sex, okay? And our fears around intimacy, closeness, sex, our fears around money and the lack of having money, and being taken care of, and shared resources. So this is all for the rising Capricorns, Capricorn sun and Capricorn moons. Now, moving on to the 9th house. If this new moon is happening in your 9th house, then you are most likely a rising Sagittarius. So adventure and travel and personal development is something that you guys are looking at. Maybe it's that you want to go back to school to get a degree, or maybe you want to go back to school to finish your degree. This could also be, maybe this is something new. Maybe you've learned something new as far as like a religion or spirituality that's been like kind of on your mind. You've been wanting to connect or have something outside of yourself to get to know or learn. This is about maybe even something that you have been doing for a long time and you're finally applying yourself. You know what? You're a guru you in your field, and you really want to put yourself out there. Now is a really good time to do that. Put yourself out there. And maybe it's traveling to a foreign land and doing a class, like a yoga class or whatever that you've been desiring to do and learn. Maybe it's astrology, going to India and learning the Vedic astrology ways. So that is for all my Sagittarians. Now moving on to the 10th house. 10th house, this is for my Scorpios, rising Scorpios. And this 10th house is all about your career and legacy. There's something new happening for you. Maybe that you get a new job title at your work. Maybe you get like a raise or something like that. Maybe you are kind of over what you're doing and you're looking for something new. And maybe you've been applying for places and applying yourself. This new moon is really, really a good sign that you're going to get that job that you want, that opportunity that you want. The new moon, if this is happening in your 11th house, this is all for my Libras, rising Libras. So the 11th house is all about your friends and networks, kind of your future, like what you envision. Pretty much you can manifest whatever that you want. So like, I love my friends and I love my partner. And if you don't have a partner, this could also be a really good time to connect with someone that you are potentially interested in marrying. It could be maybe you can get introduced to someone that you may marry in the future. The 11th house is friends, networks, communities, and marriage. So that could be nice. It'd be just a really nice time to hang out with your friends and connect. Or if you've always wanted to learn, let's say like NFTs or crypto, like go to a meetup and meet a new group of people. They have meetups online too if you can't make certain dates and times. I would highly recommend that. Now, last but not least, the 12th house. And this is for my Virgo risings or my Libra risings. This is your secret and most private self. The 12th house is the house of the unconscious. It's about the letting go. There might be some things that are coming up for you that in your dreams are probably very vivid. I have a Virgo moon, and my dreams, I've been remembering every night without fail. They're very detailed, and they feel a bit intense and real. These are a lot of the unconscious things coming conscious, the things that we don't necessarily see in the 3D. And this is about like retreat from the world and just allowing yourself to be one with yourself and allow for some quiet time and some inner peace. This is also about boundaries. Boundaries are so important to have when you are a Pisces or a 12th house energy. I hope that was clear and helpful. I'm a bit out of it today, but I also like to tell you that this is the time where the Delta Aquarids meteor shower, it's the Aquarius meteor showers. It's happening through August, and then the Perseids, and it usually peaks on my birthday, August 12th. However, because the full moon is on August 11th, the peak of the meteor shower is going to be really hard to see. So definitely next week, all this week, while the new moon is up in the sky, blocking the light, it's a good time to watch the meteor shower. Okay, usually it's on my birthday. I'm super sad, but you know, there's all ebbs and flows. The last couple years, I've got to see the meteor shower in Bar Harbor, Maine at Arcadia National Park, and it has been amazing. So I will take not looking at the meteor shower and staying around here and connecting with my favorite people, my friends and my family. All right, so now this new moon, we have Jupiter, the biggest planet of the solar system, standing still in the sky. This is considered a Jupiter retrograde. It's when Jupiter is the closest. So Jupiter will be very bright in the sky for until all the way till December. So Jupiter retrograde will go stationary direct on November 24th. Okay. So we have a lot of replaying going on from the beginning of the year. So you have to think. Jupiter was conjunct Neptune mid-April of this year. Right. And so when Jupiter is conjunct Neptune, it's expanding this nebulous, this rose-colored glasses type energy that we're not seeing things clearly. We're on like cloud 9, and we are also not seeing the people around us clearly. And we could have been making some changes to ourself and our relationships and our focus. So this is kind of coming back around. So we'll be asking, okay, this Jupiter retrograde is going to be asking us to reconsider our path forward. It's asking us for a change. And this August 1st is creating a lot of this unexpected, erratic energy and change that we're really not expecting. This could be a good thing. So don't get your feathers ruffled or anything, right? So let's say if you've been applying yourself, you've been applying for jobs, August 1st can just be like, what? You got a job offer on something that you didn't even know you were qualified for, like something like that. Okay. So there's something that was really like brewing for us. There was a lot of shifts and changes. I believe April was not the easiest of months, but something that we were not seeing clearly too, right? And so this is going to come back around November. Yeah, around November, mid to end November. Jupiter will be revisiting Neptune. So it needs to work something out, maybe redoing something. So this moon is asking us for some changes that we made in April, and ask ourselves, is this going to stick or sustain throughout the year? At the end of November, we will have that Jupiter having a second chance, like a chance to do things better than we did at the beginning of the year. We will have more clarity on moving forward because maybe we're seeing things clearer than we were before. Now, also, Mercury is in Leo and it's squaring over to Uranus in Taurus exactly on this new moon. So it's exactly 18 degrees square between Leo and Taurus. So it's not the smoothest of aspects because squares they're kind of hard energy. And yeah, it's another aspect of unexpected shifts in our daily routines, unexpected changes, and possibly tension. Okay. Because change is hard for a lot of the fixed signs because they're fixed energy. They don't necessarily like abrupt change. They like the slow change in the process. They like to stick in it. They really don't like change. So they're very committed and dedicated people to their work and to their partnerships and to their routines. And so this might be a little more uncomfortable for the fixed signs like Leo, Aquarius, Scorpio, and Taurus. So August 1st is a huge destiny shift. We're being asked to kind of go with the flow. Because Uranus and the North Node and Mars will all be at 18 degrees exactly on top of one another, aligned in the sky to timeline shift our destinies. And yeah, we just have to learn how to let go and go with the flow, the ebb and flow of life. There's always going to be those ebbs and flows, those ups and downs, those I don't knows, right? So I'm going to close with the inside degrees and a card reading. Stay tuned. So, do you like my new look? New moon in Leo. All about your new looks. All right. From the inside degrees, Leo at 5 degrees is a seemingly young man, but with gray hair. When different sides of a soul have developed to drastically different points, you become a strange mix, a hybrid brew. Simultaneously ancient with wisdom and vibrant with youth at best, or perhaps at once aging rapidly and still unformed. Those facets that are older and wiser have developed a greater mode of perception over long cycles of time. Those facets that remain young and unformed have not kept up with the greater awareness in the personal expression and embodiment. Therefore, your knowingness is advanced, yet your performance is as a novice. The hardest part is to accept and embrace yourself as you are and to forgive and transmute what sometimes seems like a lack of courage and individual strength under fire. The only way this combination can become integrated is if the advanced witness acknowledges the unconditional value and intentions of the fledglingly personal one who will flourish and start to catch up if loved and fostered. Your own inner self is the central benefactor, the one who can say yes and bring life forth abundantly. So that is for the inside degrees. And now let's move on to our favorite, the card readings. I will first start with Gaia. I haven't done this deck in a while. And because it has a fire, I thought, ooh, fire Leo. Here we go. Also, set some sage. So sage is burning and clearing the energy in the decks. This is for the new moon in Leo happening for the collective. 2 cards came out. Ocean of eternal love, healing, creativity, and fertility, and loss, grief, sadness, and resurrection. So whoever's listening, these are for you. One is card 44. And whoa, I disappeared. Okay. Ocean of love, 44. 44. It is said that love conquers all. This is especially true for you at this moment, love, Leo. Something is resolved and healed through love. What was previously barren now becomes fertile. A seed is planted and you are the co-creator. The conditions are favorable. The timing is right. The new creation awaits you. The birth of something new brings joy and excitement. The forever changing seasons of eternity turn their invisible will, and a new cycle begins. A new image is born. Affirmation is love heals, love brings resolution, love conquers, love creates, love is eternal. Can we ask for a better card? I can't make this shit up. I can't pull these cards out, but they just seem to do it themselves. All right. Loss. Grief, sadness, resurrection. This card signifies a loss or disappointment of some kind. Perhaps a hope or dream you had now seems destined to fail. Or perhaps someone that you love moves away, or a partnership seems likely to end. Yet this card also signifies resurrection, which means that the perceived loss will either not eventuate, or what you lose will be returned to you in a new way or form. Gaia, the Earth Mother, oversees this whole event. Feel her love, guidance this very moment. She is here for you and will never leave you. For Gaia and you are one eternally. The wheel of life keeps turning. Life is never still. Yet every transformation turns the wheel a little closer to the starting point. And once this point is reached, a new cycle begins and the journey continues. There is no end without a new beginning. And this is our new beginning. So the affirmation for this card is, nothing is missing. Things simply change form. My life is forever transforming to ever greater love. The earth and I are one. I am forever protected and guided by love, spirituality. There is neither beginning nor end. I really do love those cards, and I rarely pick out of that deck. So I'm kind of happy about that. Okay, let's do an animal spirit. Animal spirit, what animal for the new moon in Leo? The new moon in Leo. Moon in Leo for the, whoa, 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 whoa. Why two cards keep popping out? The first one was the elk, so I'll read that one. And the second one is the deer, which to me, very similar. One is masculine, one is feminine. And elk. Stable, resilient, headstrong, the father. Ooh, I was right. The gray elk represents the earth element in its masculine form. This means it provides underlying support and stability amongst life's many changes. The elk personality, whether male or female, is fully established in themselves and knows their core values. They become known and respected for acting in ways that uphold those values. Sometimes the elk's ego can become inflated, but for the most part, they make damn good fathers, mothers, lovers, and friends. The world needs more elk energy. In balance, supportive, kind, and consistent. When out of balance, pretentious, high and mighty. And to bring into balance, eat, drink more consciously. Very, very good card. Now let's go to the deer. The deer. The deer. Oh, it's literally the next page, yo. Look at that. The elk and then the deer. Loving, intuitive, graceful, the mother. Oh my God, I was totally right. Mother and father. Look, guys. The deer represents the feminine aspect of earth energy. This energy is available to all creatures, but it's especially potent in new parents. During the first few days, they're fully present, nurturing and calm. Their inner beauty radiates and a sense of grace calms the room. The deer personality affects others in this way, drawing them towards a quiet tenderness. The deer card may appear when a birth or celebration of a new life draws near, or when a situation calls for absolute greatness and compassion. So when in balance, receptive, compassionate, and nurturing, and when out of balance, concerned and protective, and to bring into balance nature and children. Very good cards. I'm loving it so far. All right, so next one I'll do is the Threads of Fate. These are beautiful cards. I love them. The new moon in Leo. Whoa. Paradox. It's like a compass. Turning point. Destiny. Let's see. Paradox. Paradox? Oh, 103. This card is a reminder that we can hold two extremes at the same time. Sometimes we focus on things, whether internal or external, and see them as one-sided. But to hold the paradox within us requires strength, to see the most brilliant qualities and our most ugly, to acknowledge that they both live within us, is a gateway to growth. Carl Jung said, the paradox is the one of the most valuable spiritual possessions. And for anyone who does shadow work, they know this to be true. But this can also be difficult for many people. If you have been raised in a rigid environment where things are viewed as black and white, it may be hard for us to accept our flaws, let alone love them. One of the best ways to slowly enter a relationship with our internal paradox is to remind ourselves that we did not create these things within us. We inherited them. It does not define us, and yet we are responsible for it. To work more deeply with paradox, as you witness yourself throughout the day, identify what types of thoughts what thoughts you have more of, positive or negative. From there, find the polar extreme. For example, maybe you thought, I'm so freaking, ooh, she said a bad word. I'm so fucking lazy. Acknowledge a couple things that makes this true. Then find the polar opposite, hardworking, and acknowledge a few things or experiences that prove that you are hardworking. So that was the paradox. Very good. I'm not sure, but I wanted to pull from this deck, but I left the book over there. I'm just going to see what comes out. Maybe I can just intuitively speak on it. It looks like a spider web. So when I think of spider web, I think of hard work and diligence and like the process of things. Like sometimes like we cannot just snap our fingers and everything's there. Like we pray and manifest and like it just happens. Like sometimes that happens, but not most of the time. Most of the time, we want to make the small steps and the progressions. So if you think of a spider and how it's building its web, like it builds its web like a little bit at a time, and it takes time. And they're diligent and they work hard and they see the details because everything just seems so perfect in a spider web, the way that they build it. And they move, I believe, from the inside, and they just spin their web. And so it like they're expanding like the universe, they're getting bigger. And the more that we work hard and the more that we learn and the more that we challenge ourselves, it's like this expanding of our self and consciousness. So that's pretty beautiful. Okay, now I'm gonna end with the tarot. I'm gonna go ahead and roll the dice and pull a magic card. So it's the 8th house, Leo, Jupiter. So there's an expansion of transformation in Leo's lives, and also in the house in which you have Leo in. So if you have Leo in the 8th house, then you are most likely a Capricorn rising. So, oh no, yeah. So there is something that has been transforming in your identity in your way, but then it's also you're learning how to share yourself in an intimate way, not only financially, but like sexually and like in depth, something deeper than what you're used to. Ooh. Breaking bad habits. Okay. This is the card we got. Breaking bad habits, self-acceptance, excellent mental health, and letting go of vices. So this is super huge, especially for those Pisces risings. Also, any of the water signs. So I would say the Pisces, the Cancers, and the Scorpios. There's just a lot changing, as well as the Virgos. Okay. So let's pull some tarot cards, see what we get for the collective, for the new moon in Leo, what to expect. What to expect for this new moon in Leo, Ace of Wands. Reverse. If anything else comes out. One more over here. Ooh, the World card. There's definitely something ending. Okay. Okay. So the Ace of Wands upright, this is inspiration. This is new opportunity, growth, and potential, which we are on our way, but there's something that's distracting us. There's maybe people or situations or ourselves that are distracting us and getting in our ways that's really delaying our emergence, our brand new beginning, our emergence, because we got the World card upright, and this is about completion. This is about accomplishment. So this is like the end of a cycle and the beginning of a new cycle. And it's about integration and also travel for those Sagittariuses. And then I also have pulled out, I wanted some more clarity. I like to have 3 cards. I like working with 3 cards. So I pulled this, the 5 of Pentacles. So the 5 of Pentacles is about a recovery from a financial loss, okay, or a spiritual poverty. There could just be like a feeling of a disconnection, or not understanding why our money is being taken from us, or our current jobs, or our situations in work and career. And so I really feel like this is just an ending of that cycle of our careers, especially those Leos. This is a new moon in Leo, and we're being put on our path so we can create this abundance, this here that we've been wanting, this Ace of Wands, these new ideas that are really manifesting. And but we have to make sure that we're doing the footwork. Okay. So that's what I have for you guys. That's your reading. I really wish you guys the best new moon in Leo. If you would like to work with me in any way, I do life coaching, and I use your astrology chart, and I just check in with you once a week to make sure that the assignments that I gave you that are done. And these are all assignments that you are asking for your life. What newness do you want in your life? Is it to lose weight? Is it to be more creative? Is it to learn something new, like a new trade, and you just need someone to hold you accountable? This is the stuff that I do. If you're just interested in a chart reading, if you'd like to know your chart, if you'd like any prediction reports where I look at your progressions, I look at the transits, I look at the solar arcs, and I just get an idea of where the energy is for you and where to focus your energy throughout the next years. Let me know. I do that as well. And I also do compatibility reports. So if you and your partner are together and you'd like to know like your compatibility, or maybe even some rough patches in the future that you want to look out for, and just to be prepared, let me know. These are everything I do. And I also just do card readings like I did at the end. So if you'd like a card reading, just reach out to me. If you'd like some merch with this in the background, you can check out my Teespring. And I have this on sweatshirts and tote bags and t-shirts. And also, if you'd like to support me in any other way and you're really into crystals and energy, I look up your astrology birth chart and I make the perfect crystal bracelet for you. This is lapis and sodalite and aquamarine. I do have moldavite and tektite, and also I have the moonstones and labradorite for remembering your dreams. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for liking and sharing and subscribing if you're not already a subscriber. And go check me out on my TikToks. I've been doing more daily stuff with my TikTok, and I put that in my link tree which is in my bio on my Instagram for sure. It's Lucid Living Coach. And I'm doing like card readings just sporadically, and like astro reports and a little bit of everything, working out just a little bit more of like me and just being like authentic. All right, guys, I wish you guys the best new moon in Leo. Keep being creative and connecting with your childlike self and children. Peace out. Your Lucid Living Coach.